Yes, it's that time of week again. It's Monday. It's M2 Mondays on New World Sim Racing. I am Milo the First. And tonight is the final round of Season 2. And it is live from... G'day, mate. That's right. You guessed it. Good old Australia. Stone the Crows. Welcome to Bathurst. Mount Panorama / Bathurst, whatever you prefer to call it. And here it is. It's a glorious track. Does it suit these cars? Probably not. But this was a community voted round. It was between this and Paul Ricard. And I hope that we see some interesting racing on a beautiful racetrack. One of my favorites in motorsport, to be honest with you. And the lap is a great one. So from the start line, turn 1, Hell Corner. Lots of time to be gained or lost there as you head all the way down the mountain straight into Griffin's Bend at turn 2. Up to turn 3, the Audi cutting through 4 and 5. So you've got Quarry Corner into Reed Park. Then you've got that drain cover at Suleiman Park. Up cresting McPhillamy Park along to Skyline at turn 11. Then begins the dance of death down through the S's 12, 14, and the Dipper 15, 16, 17 into Forest Elbow, really hard on the brakes, hard to get around that corner, and then you want the best exit you can possibly imagine to go through 19 down the Comrade Straight to the Chase, which is a great chicane there, and that just leaves a short little run down to Murray's Corner, which is the final corner on the racetrack, turn 23 according to our track map, and that is a lap of Bathurst. I'm looking forward to this one because, as I say, I quite like this track. It's got to be said. So we should, without further ado, bring in, as we see the guys in final practice, 6 minutes to go, we should bring in my co-commentator. That's why most people watch the VOD, I think. No, I'm just kidding. They come for the racing. They come for the great racing, obviously. And anyway, without further ado, I'm going to bring it in. If you are in chat, say hello so we know you're there. And if you're not, well, why not? You should be. How dare you? Hello, Mumera. All right, some say he gets his haircuts at a dog grooming facility. Some say his first word when he was a baby was Nordschleife. Nordschleife. Some say he can slam a revolving door shut. And some say that in his native country of Brazil, he is known by the immortal title of Rei dos Sacos de Aria, which should mean King of the Sandbaggers. All I know is he's my friend and yours, Tiago Alves.
1 second. There's a couple of points. First, you welcome everyone in this beautiful Monday. Second, my accents are horrible, but your Australian accent is just terrible.
What you talking about, mate? Holy moly, stone the crows.
Oh my god. Butterbug and the Bobby.
Exactly. Yeah, Struth, mate. Welcome
And
to Bathurst.
The third is, can you please repeat that phrase, I guess?
Yes. The final one there, for if you missed it, was some say that in his native country of Brazil, he is known by the immortal title of Rei dos Sacos de Aria.
Aria.
Yeah, King of the Sandbaggers. That should be.
Of the sandbags.
Okay, well that's fine. That'll work too. I don't know, dude. I just punched it into Google Translate.
I know.
English to Portuguese.
I know. That's good effort. I appreciate any and every effort. I appreciate that.
Dude, we appreciate you. It's good to have you here. Final round of the season, Tiago, at Mount Panorama. How do you feel about that?
You know how much I love this track, and this is the track we shared, historic Bathurst 1000.
We did.
That I'll never forget, quite honestly. I had a blast.
Mostly because of your OnlyFans livery. But yes.
That was not my OnlyFans. It had the random URL.
Yeah, but it's funnier when I tell the story if I say it's your OnlyFans.
Right, it's probably... I don't know which one's better, but... someone liked a random.
Vulcan, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, we do. I do have a lot of fun with the intro, it has to be said.
Oh, yeah.
And
welcome, Greg.
This is the sixth and final round. Yep, Greg, hello, good to see you. The sixth and final round of the M2 Mondays Season 2. It's been a blast again. And, yeah, this should be good. They're going to be moving to quali in a couple of minutes. And, yeah, we'll see how the racing goes here. I just don't know if it's going to be... got a shot there of Jose Guzman. We have 19 people in the server right now. So the series... Go on.
I came with the assumption that those cars would be safer because they're slower. I'm seeing an ungodly amount of deaths on the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, this car has some tricky moments on regular tracks, so I do wonder how it feels around Bathurst.
I think the mountain will claim a lot of souls by the end of the evening.
It may do, yeah. I mean, we got 19 in there right now. So I think when the night the series started, wasn't there like close to 30 people?
27, I believe.
Yeah. So
there's always drops.
Yeah, we have some casualties, for sure. Carl Big joining us tonight, Car 17. I had the pleasure of doing a 3-hour of Kia Lamy with him on Saturday evening. We didn't broadcast it anywhere. We just did it for practice, and it was a really good time. We went from P7. We didn't really try hard. We went from P17 on the grid to P7. So
nice.
It's a decent run, yeah.
There you
decent
go. Run. Vulcan, you're talking about this livery. Can you please put on the replay, Milo?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work, so we should probably test that. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. I'm definitely not ready for it. Hold on. Oh. Hold, please. Technical issues.
Yeah, I know, Vulcan. If you liked Funk's livery, I have a better one in my camera right now.
Let's see. There it is.
Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty.
The juicy fruit. Oh, damn. Did I forget to update? I think somebody wanted an updated one. You know what? It's too late in the season. You know?
It is. It's over. Don't change sponsors race by race. You have them.
That's it.
When you have
so free practice 2 is coming to an end. And there's a couple of drivers still out on track. Louis Castro won last week's round 5, I believe. Great drive from Louis.
Oh, as always, in this car, he shines.
Yeah, he has. He did have the fastest lap there. Danny Byston just came and beat that with a 2:20.4. That's the fastest in this practice session by quite a way.
Oh, yeah.
8/10. So
wow.
We'll see what happens out on track. But yeah, I don't know if some of them are starting from the back of the grid today. I don't know how that's working. So Faris is out there. Faris Said's out there as well as the cameraman. Does something weird. And oh, he goes up on 2 wheels there as he took that. Did you see that? Okay, I'm looking forward to that corner in particular. If that's something that we might see as they come through the chase.
What?
Yeah, Faris almost had his car up on 2 wheels there, so that was good.
I want to see people stopping that brick going down. I dare them.
So quali, go on.
Sorry, Funny John, I do have a 007 picture with my face on it. Maybe it should be on the livery. Yeah, I'm calling people out.
Lovely collection of M2s there in the pits at Bathurst. and with some onlookers above on the balcony as we wait for qualifying to start, which should be momentarily. Jeremy Story out there in the BOA Esports M2, and he's been really, really competitive in this series. We're up to 21 drivers are in the server now, and qualifying begins now. How exciting.
Hopefully Story has better luck than yesterday because he was P2. Sadly, he had the yellow in front of him and chose wrong. But he's been quick in this track.
Ricky Scott joining us tonight. He's leaving the pit lane there behind Joby Savage out on track as well. Good to see Joby up in here tonight for the final round. So yeah, 21 in here now, so that's great stuff. You love to see it. I'm looking forward to this one, man. Chris Turner in the pits right now, but
oh god,
yeah, for the final time this season, looking at Chris Turner's Sandbags Inc. BMW M2 brings us to the final sponsorship segment of the season. That's right. Bruh. So, as always, tonight's race is sponsored by Sandbags Inc., a Tiago Alves company. If you're looking for solutions to common problems like you're filling a turtle sandbox, you're recreating a scene from Baywatch in the bedroom, or you're getting ready to film the 840th sequel to Jurassic Park, call Tiago at Sandbags Inc. on 0858 50 50 50, or email him at tiago@sandisforlife, not just for m2mondays.com. Disclaimer, Sandbags Inc. is not affiliated with New World Sim Racing in any way, shape, or form. Address all complaints to Brazil. Terms and conditions apply.
There's also the alternative email, Laguna Seca is my home at sandbagsinc.com. Yes.
All right, that's it. That's all the fun and games out of the way. Now for the racing.
This is not the last ad we'll do today. I'll also add my brother's Twitch channel, Mr. Milo the First, in chat. Go give a good follow and a shout out.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of F1 Manager. It's been going quite well, actually. Last night, I've been doing roughly 2 races a stream when I stream F1 Manager. And
how's it been going?
We're in season 2 with McLaren. We have George Russell and Lando at McLaren, and we have a Mercedes engine, so we've rejoined McLaren Mercedes, like the olden days. And yeah, we're sitting top of the constructors right now after
hold on, Brett.
Yeah, it is. It's all English, apart from the engine, which is German. But yeah. Last night we were 2nd and 3rd at Catalunya after starting, I don't know, 5th and 6th on the grid, I think. And then we actually finished 1 and 2 at Monaco by doing an overcut with both drivers. We were starting 4th and 5th.
Speaking of Germany, guten Morgen, Mr. Race Point. Willkommen.
Mr. Race Point, welcome in. So, qualifying is underway, 16 minutes to go, and everyone getting to grips with Bathurst in the BMW M2. Not an easy task, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think those cars are getting loosey-loose, and I really want to see those cars when the tires go. I imagine every fucking one will change tires in this race.
You would think so. Yeah, it would be kind
There's
of
no way
nuts if they didn't. Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry, another shout out. We didn't speak about him, but Mr. Blackout's also in this race.
Mr. B, yeah, he will be streaming the 24 hours of Kielame this coming weekend, which includes yourself and me.
Yes, which I'll be starting. Am I terrified? Yes, I am.
Just keep it clean, and that's all we can do at the start.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what those 24-hour races are like. That is the key. We've got a good mixture of pace on the team. I think it will be we keep it steady. We'll do just all right.
Well, it's good that we start with the slowest driver on the team, so we can only improve.
Lies.
There, so.
Lies.
What?
Absolute lies. Is this another segment for Sandbags Inc.?
Oh my god. No! God. Jesus. Let me
Ryan,
divert the subject, doing a shout out to Carbon.
Ryan Cody just teleported back to the pits. He was sitting up against the wall there. I hope that if anyone does crash, hopefully they can limp on through. We see Stephen Wallace has a yellow flag right now. He just teleports back to the pits as well. So I don't know if anyone's doing anything with the setup here. Faris Saidi puts in provisional pole lap with a 2:22.1.
What?
Well, I mean, there's only 3 drivers so far that have put in a valid lap. So Funk goes fastest with a 21.1. 2 minutes 21.1.
That was quick.
Yep. And then the lap times are starting to come in now. So Mark Robertson in the Gold School Racing M2, he sits provisionally 3rd. And I mean, it's a long lap, so you're not going to get a ton of laps here in quali, Tiago.
Yeah.
You know?
This probably like their laps are going with 220. In the best scenario, they have like 8 laps of quali because it's 20 minutes, I believe.
Yep.
And it's so easy to lose the car and validate, and then you have to do the outlap again, so it's more time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we'll do a ride on board with one of the drivers shortly, just to see what it's like in the M2. I mean, we know the track really well. It's such a great track. It really is.
I absolutely adore this track. Right, a little bit below the Nordschleife, but I love this track like nearly as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, it's probably my favorite track in motorsport.
Yeah, it's so good to watch races in there. It's just great. It's just great.
Yeah. And it's a challenge. It's got just mega elevation changes. It's got everything.
Speaking of which, when's happening the 1000th of this year?
Like the Bathurst 1000?
Yeah.
Like the real one?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I can look. I can look it up. Let's find out.
I cannot wait. The 12-hour was a blast because it had like raindrops mid-race, like 2 or 3, which made like all the pit cycles crazy. It was so much fun.
Do you want the good news or the great news?
The great news?
The great news is it's on the 6th of October.
What?
Yeah.
Next week already. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's great news.
Yo, can we subscribe to some channel to watch it like in super high quality or something?
I'll talk to Ozzy, my buddy Ozzy there. Normally he'll do a screen share.
Oh, let's
and
go.
And he just puts the whole feed on, usually.
Oh, I loved when it was you, me, B, and him watching the 1000 with him commentating. It was so much fun.
Yeah, he often goes to the event, so if he's not at the event, I'm sure he will share it because it's not that far away from where he lives. So we'll have a chat
Sydney?
with him. Yeah, so, just outside, I think. Yeah. So
close.
Bison currently sitting provisionally 2nd as you see him make his way up the mountain into Solomon and towards McPhillamy Park here. So hugging the wall, absolutely flying, as you can see. And Carbon, Danny Bison, for those that don't know, is Carbon on Twitch and YouTube. Great streamer, as he comes down the dipper there. What a great camera shot that is.
Finally, Kunos made a great shot. Sorry.
And this one too, into Forest Elbow, I love it.
There's yellow downhill from Skyline.
Oh yeah, there's some paint. Funk comes down and stops to check that Faris is okay.
Just stares.
Also have a yellow for Jeremy Story. He was off in the grass there, mowing the lawn, just checking the perimeter. Ricky Scott right now is off track, as you can see him at, I think, the elbow. So when you come out Forest Elbow, you can spin the car there if you don't get the exit just right, and if you give it a little too much gas too quick, you can lose control if you bounce off that outside wall.
I think the most common is meeting the outside wall.
But it can, you kind of bounce off it and it can spin you into the other side as
absolutely.
well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mr. Racepoint, as much as I can see, your English does not suck. It's good, dude. You're welcome, sir. And go on and enjoy above all.
Absolutely. All right, so with 10 minutes to go in quali, and we're looking at Bruce Hopkins making his way around the mountain. Let's go to Helicam so you can get a feel. Keep your eyes open. You may see a kangaroo or a koala.
That happened on the 12 before.
It did, yeah.
That was crazy.
You may see snakes, spiders. You know, Australia's got everything.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Snake spiders, spider snakes.
Scorpions, jellyfish, great white sharks.
Sharks. Oh, God.
Box jellyfish, blue ring octopus.
Yeah. Well, what don't they have?
You got a bunch of stuff in Brazil, though, right?
Only up north. As I like to say, we live in São Paulo. It's a concrete jungle. It's closer to New York than anything else.
Gotcha.
You in Canada must have some stuff, don't you?
What's that?
You in Canada must have some stuff, don't you?
I mean, bears, I suppose. Bears, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we have bears and coyotes.
Oh my God. Jesus. Alright.
I think black widows and rattlesnakes would be the only real ones to worry about.
Jesus.
Nothing big though, you know, like I don't want any of these big spiders.
The ones I am most afraid are the small spiders. Because you don't see them. They can kill you. That sucks.
But you have some big ones in Brazil, I think, right?
We do tarantulas and like all kinds of stuff. Oh, Ferris yellow, very hard.
Ferris, another yellow. He's just testing the limits of the... Oh, somebody went past him on the grass.
Wow, that was quick.
Ricky Scott with the yellow as well. He's just slowing down to let Ryan Cody go past there. So currently, as quality goes, you've got Funk, Bison, Castro. So usual suspects in this Season 2 series so far. Robertson as well in the mix. Saidi. Joby sitting P6. He'll be happy with that, I think, at the moment.
I nearly forgot one shout out. This is Ryan Cody. Spoiler alert, he's a great drummer, and I mean it. He's great.
Why did I not know that's his Twitch channel?
Because he only like advertises like quickly to a small amount of people, and he just plays the songs.
Okay.
So he's good. I'm telling you, he's good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'll definitely check that out. But I had no idea that he streamed.
Yeah, he did he does like 4 a month, like roughly.
Oh, camera. We had a great shot of Lukey coming out of Forest Elbow there, and then the camera span around for no reason 180 degrees.
Oh my God.
As we see the Sandbags Inc. M2 and Lukey coming down the chase. Down the Comrade straight to the chase, I should say.
Oh, Ferris Yellow again on the top of the mountain, going to Reed.
Yeah. He's... I think he's just testing what he can do through that. Turner is up about half a second right now as he, in fact, make that, half a second. It was going to be 0.6, but a good lap from Turner. Oh, actually, I think he lost some time there. He's sitting provisionally 14th anyway, with the 2:23.9. You've got Max Diggs as well. He's out on track, heading up the hill towards the cutting.
Getting pole. That's nice. Funk getting pole position.
Yeah, Funk sitting on provisional pole with
Jesus.
6 minutes left in quali. Chemo Sith joining us as well. Kamal Kajcevic, Death Star 3 Racing. You can check him out on Twitch at Chemo Sith. And he's a big ACC fan.
Is he written like this?
No, Kemo.
Oh.
Ke instead of I.
Chemo Sith. 1 second. Now there you
go.
go.
There you go.
Shout out to him. He also good peeps.
Louis Castro currently up 0.6, and he's coming out of Forest Elbow, not gaining Yeah, he's gaining time, so this could be a good lap for Louis. If he finishes this lap right now, he would pip Funk into second, because Bison's gone fastest with a 2:20.2, 9/10 faster than Funk's previous lap, Tiago.
Looking good. The chase of Lewis looks good.
Yep.
Look at this beauty.
That's got him up 8/10 now as he heads down towards the last corner.
One hurdle to go.
It's easy to get Murray's wrong.
Oh, it's so easy. Run wide, get too much curb on the inside.
Get a 2:20.9, so Louis goes provisionally second. Great lap from Louis Castro there.
Oh my god, Danny Bison, what is that?
Yeah, I did say that just now.
Lord. Oh my god, 20.2. And he only has one sector. What did he do there?
Yeah, he must have been flying.
Jesus.
In fact, yeah, most of his time is in that final sector.
9/10 over Lewis in one sector.
Yeah, so he's figured something out on the mountain.
Jesus.
The
Lord.
sector 2 is, let's see, it's...
I want to save this replay. This must be like groundbreaking stuff he's done.
Sector 2 is from just before the Audi cutting all the way to halfway along the Comrade Straight. So it's a big sector. There's a lot of time to be had there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bison with the yellow. He's in the wall.
Oh, speaking of yellow,
Funk,
Mr. Danny.
Funk coming down the Comrade Straight up almost 6/10. This would put him second. Let's keep an eye as he finishes this lap up. It's all about getting the chicane right here.
The chase and good.
He's losing a bit of time, so his previous best, he must have hit that a bit better, but he's still looking about half a second up. If he nails the last corner...
He missed the apex.
He did miss the apex. He's going to lose some time, but he does go into second with a 2:20.8, so he's a tenth faster than Louis there, and more time to find as well. Let's see what else is happening on track. We have... yeah, so Robertson in 4th, Saidi 5th, Wallace 6th, Kajcevic 7. Joby in 8th now. I think he'll still be happy with that. Barrett in 9th as well in the Juicy Fruit M2. Do we get a shot of him? There he is. Flying up the hill. And
I forgot to advertise Joby as well. Here's on the chip.
Ricky Scott provisionally 10th on the grid. Then Lukey, as we see him on the mountain as well. Good to see him back in the rig. Jeremy Story, currently 12th. So Story not having the best quali. May just not be a strong track for him, or maybe, you know, he hasn't had time to even put a couple of laps in. Because normally we're used to seeing him up there, Tiago.
Oh, yes. This grid, I know the front still looks like familiar to us, but it's been kind of surprising, the flow of the quali laps, especially like Danny putting one good sector and not the others and getting so much advantage. Like this track is so surprising.
Those drivers not qualifying tonight include Carl Big, as usual. He will attempt to go last to first.
That one.
Jose Guzman also not qualifying, and Joey Militi in the Jiao Spaghetti Racing M2.
Which brings me to this. Name's Mud. He's Joey Militi.
Yeah, it is. He's streaming right now, but don't go there because then you're not here.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You do whatever your heart desires.
Not Joey, though.
Just not Joey.
I'm kidding. He's good peeps, and he's getting better as a driver.
Yes, he is.
It's great to see his improvement.
We will be on track with him this weekend in the 24-hour of Kielani.
Yes, and I cannot wait to share a car with him once more. I've done it before, and we'll do it again.
So Jeremy Story, after I said that, he's now up half a second on his current time, gaining time as he heads up the mountain. Maybe it's just he hasn't got, you know, when you just can't quite get the lap complete.
Absolutely.
We've all been there in quali where you're putting it all together, and it's not quite there. But like right now, he's 8/10 and climbing. So Story is starting to put this lap together. I mean, it's his last lap, so he's got to make this one count.
No walls.
As we see there, as he heads into Skyline. Onto the brakes. A little bit of curb. He didn't invalidate. He's fine. He's fine.
Good.
On the limit, though.
Nice. Yo.
Down through the dipper. He's up 1.1 seconds and gaining 1.2 now. 1.3. Gets a good exit out of Forest Elbow. And he is gaining time along the Comrade Straight. Not as much as he'd want, but he is gaining very, very slightly. So currently, though, he's going to jump a number of positions. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm excited, dude.
No, yeah, about this lap, some mistakes happened, but still a very quick lap. Let's see what he has. 1.7.
Yeah, still going. He comes through the chicane. He heads down to Murray's. Murray's, right? Is that Murray's?
Murray's the last. Hell's the first.
That's right, yeah. So into Murray's, he's going to gain about 2 seconds if he gets this right, and he does. 2 seconds he gains, he jumps to third just like that. So when I said he may not know the track, I was completely wrong. And he just hadn't put a lap together. He does it on the very last lap and jumps to provisionally... Well, he's going to be third on the grid because... Is it anyone else on track? Ryan Cody's still out there. He's finishing his lap off. He's up 4/10. So Ryan, as he comes down the Comrade Straight, he could jump... Yeah, now he'll need a bit more if he wants to jump to 12th. Turner is a good second in front of him. So, Byston. Yeah, Saidi, Robertson.
DQ'd.
Yeah, so they're starting from the back
will.
with Carl Big. Yeah, so we have some drivers that will start from the back by free will, just for the challenge. And if they're that much faster, you know, this is a fun event. And
yeah, this event is fun. Joby, I can actually give you an SG30 because I can.
Don't do it.
So
Joby did, he had a good... Joby, you had a good quali. You were in 8th, and with the people that have moved, he moves up to 6th on the grid. So go for it, Joby. Go for that win. Don't listen to Tiago.
Oh, this dude's getting this. Look at the chat. This dude's getting a penalty. At least a ballast.
I would say tires, yes. I don't think it's worth the risk.
Bruh, yes, tires.
Ricky, that's Ricky Scott in the chat there. He's in car number 84.
Oh, 84. Let me...
Right in the middle of the screen there. And yeah, Tiago, if you want to have the grid standing by, as always, so I can read the names down, that would be lovely. And we will do the infamous now grid walk. Would you say it's infamous?
Let me just send a message real quick on Twitch. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at this track whilst they're on their formation lap, which is going to take about 19 and a half minutes. so, you know, here is the grid for the final round of Season 2. M2 Mondays. Cue the music. Alrighty. Here we go then. In pole position by default is Funk in car 39. Second on the grid, Louis Castro. In third with that great lap at the end there, Jeremy Story. Great season he's had. Stephen Wallace in fourth on the grid. Chemo Sith in fifth on the grid. Great position for him. Joby Savage in sixth on the grid. Seventh for Barrett. So those two will be battling because they're good friends. Ricky Scott in P8. So great grid position for Ricky Scott tonight. Lukey in ninth on the grid. And Diggs in 10th. So decent. Carlos Guzman will be in 11. Chris Turner in the Sad Bags Inc. M2 in 12th. Ryan Cody 13. Miller in 14. Hopkins in 15. Carl Big in 16, Jose Guzman in 17, Joey Melody in 18, Danny Bison 19, Faris Saidi 20, and Mark Robertson 21.
I'm just looking at Chris Turner's hood, and the image in his hood is big. God dang. All right, there they go. Let me provide an upper shot of the leaders.
Yep, so the driver's off on their formation lap. And Tiago and I will prepare ourselves.
Ooh. Danny Bison on the pits, and Joby on the pits as well.
Wait, Joby on the pits?
Yeah.
What happened to Joby?
God only knows. I think he just forgot.
Did you not hit drive, Joby? Oh my god.
Bruh.
Ricky Scott says, see if I can survive lap 1. You'll do fine, Ricky. You're at 8s on the grid. I mean, definitely give it a go. So I'm going to position myself at Hell Corner, and then we're going to bring up Tiago's feed. He's showing the guys on the formation lap, and this is Mount Panorama, as you can see up there. Let's have a little look around whilst we wait for them, because it's going to take a while. They're only just heading up the mountain now.
Such a gorgeous place, dude. Such a gorgeous place.
Mount Panorama there, as you get a shot of skyline. What a beauty. And yeah, credit to Kunos, really. And you can see there's a great shot of the track map from above. Yeah. Look at that bad boy. It's superb. You know, on Microsoft Flight Simulator, Ozzy and I, one night, we took off from Sydney and flew to Bathurst and over and around the track. It was really cool. Right, we were just in like a little Cessna or something.
Oh my god, that sounds wonderful.
It was cool. So then after that, we started flying around looking at Spa. You know, we took off from the nearest airport to Spa and had a look around there. Then we did Nordschleife.
Oh,
what happened?
Wallace hit the wall hard? What happened? They restarted the server. It wasn't me, I swear.
Okay.
Hey, so Luis's motor blew up, so we're gonna restart real quick.
What?
Oh no.
We don't know why his motor just exploded.
Like in the car or in his steering wheel?
In the car, like his
okay.
motor went red, and he could not move his car. So we restarted the session.
There's no problem.
Okay,
it
then.
wasn't anything that he did. He was just trying to take off, and his car was like, "No, we're done." So.
Oh my god.
Just let you know.
No problem. No
Business as
problem.
usual on a Monday.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good. Thank you for the heads up.
Well, Joby got a second chance.
Joby got a second chance. Yeah, that is great stuff for Joby.
Joby,
So.
please don't do it again, dude. Come on.
Yeah, make sure you hit drive this time, Joby. Come on now.
I was kidding about the penalty, dude. Go race. Jesus.
So we're going to watch them warm up again. And we did the grid walk, 48 seconds. We're not going to do it again. You can just fast forward that part of the VOD if you're watching this after the fact. And yeah, let's try that again. So somebody's motor blew up. That doesn't sound promising for this race.
I didn't even know it was possible. I promise you, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Let's get a great shot of them coming down.
20 seconds.
Well, since we have 20 seconds, I'll bring myself back to the point that, like, I give shots at Kunos every once in a while because of their bugs.
10
One,
seconds.
their lack of commitment with their servers. Two, but the one thing no one can knock Kunos about is their modeling. Their cars look awesome, their sound look awesome, and their tracks look gorgeous. So,
Yeah,
like,
I've put the camera on the grid right now and all the cars flying past.
Credit has to be given when credit's due, so credit to Kunos on their
Dodging.
Oh.
All right, so we do have Danny Bison is in the pits, and we're going to park ourselves at turn 1, then we'll go on board with Tiago, and we will stand by for Hell Corner, which is a hell of a corner. It really is. Let's do side by side. So there, Tiago's view is on the right-hand side. As the guys on their formation lap. My advice would be change gear before you get to 8 million revs, Louis.
Yes. Don't rev it out. Jesus.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I didn't even know it was possible in this game. I know in iRacing is a thing, but I didn't know it was a thing in ACC.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to see anyone do that in the race? There might be a high chance of it, because if he did it on the formation lap, was he just ragging it maybe to warm? Maybe he was like revving it and then warming had his foot on the brake pedal and...
No, Chris said he didn't even move to start with, so I would guess he was like stopped.
Interesting.
I don't know what did he do?
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how this race is going to pan out with regards spacing, Tiago, but what I will say is the first lap or two with all these cars closely together is going to be amazing. I have no idea how we're going to watch it all. I might keep it side by side for the first couple of laps, just so that if you're looking at stuff, I'll look at stuff, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Like I'll try to keep some battles that you're not looking. I'll keep your feet like close.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be switching to roughly mid-pack fairly quickly, because my camera's locked on Ricky Scott when I hit F3. It's going to go to him. He's in 8s on the grid. And then I'll probably skip straight to the front. So if you want to take, start having a look from mid-pack backwards.
Yes, I'm looking right now at pretty much the whole field, but I'll keep like from P8.
That's a great shot of them all coming down. Oh, who's that off on the grass? Is it Joby?
Jesus, it's Barrett.
Yeah, it's Joby
yeah.
And Barrett. Yeah, so they're good friends in real life, I believe. They live pretty close to each other as well, and they're going to have an interesting fight here. Barrett wanted to warm his brakes up, I'm guessing, there. So they're coming through the final corner, and the final round of Season 2 here on New World Sim Racing's M2 Monday series is underway. We are green, and they'll come down to Hell Corner. And two wide, and a couple of singles. No one running really wide. Nicely done at turn 1 by everybody. And I'm going to follow him.
Singles on the front. So let's go a bit to the back.
Nobody died yet.
It's looking juicy.
As they go into Griffiths. Another tricky corner. We'll get a good shot of them coming through there. A couple starting out too wide, but again, everybody safely through there. And I'm going to switch to broadcast cams now. Louis Castro leads the pack, so he got past Funk. Louis Castro leading the race up through the mountain.
Oh, the back's so close.
And we've got Funk in second, then a slight gap, about half a second, to Wallace in third. Then you've got Jeremy Story in fourth, and Chemo Sith in fifth. And the spacing is about 4 or 5 tenths for everybody, apart from Wallace, who was having a look at Funk there, has to hit the brakes, got to be really careful on lap 1 around Mount Panorama. Let's go into Helicam as we watch the front 6 or so drivers. We do have a yellow flag. It's Ricky Scott. He's facing backwards up the mountain. No. Ricky Scott, who started 8th, he is facing the wrong way. He's going to wait for the grid to go past and turn around. Unlucky for Ricky Scott. If you want to get a replay of that, Tiago, you can...
In this second, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch to main cam then. Let me know when you're ready. And let's rejoin the pack. So Diggs, there is a gap between 8 and 7 already, and a gap between 3 and 4. So a bunch of things has happened. All right, Tiago's ready. I'm going to switch over to the replay scene for that. Go.
Because the camera from the top doesn't help a lot, he goes into the skyline, which is a heavy braking, and he does not brake nearly enough. So he just loses the car, and thank God Diggs avoided by so little.
Diggs and him Diggs missed him by millimeters. That was amazing.
That was close.
That was amazing. What a great shot that was. All right, so what are we looking at here? Louis Castro, half a second in the lead. As you see them start lap 2. And at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, like, you got little clusters forming of 3. Then you got another group with Jeremy Story leading that second pack of 3 cars. So it's Story, Chemo Seth, and Joby Savage. Barrett has dropped back about 2 seconds, and he's being chased by Diggs, Lukey, Carl Big, who started 16th and is up to P10. So Big doing his usual thing. He loves Bathurst. And
He's just so good in here.
yeah.
Well, in here it's unfair for me to say he's just good at racing in general, but in
Yeah.
here he's really good.
Guys, I'm going to use this opportunity right now to let you know that not this coming Wednesday, but the following, we are starting our second AMS2 series. It's fun.
Woo!
It's not serious. We want clean racing. It's not super serious. But we're starting with supercarts at the Londrina 1 kart circuit with a 45-minute race. So if we can get a big grid, it will be awesome. Then the series moves into minis, John Cooper Work minis. And we're going to do Donington, Nürburgring, Donington, Brands Hatch. Where else are we doing? We're going to do Daytona at night in the Indy cars as well as a special event. There's all kinds of stuff in that series. If you have AMS2, go on, Tiago, fire away.
Yellow Barrett into the Dipper.
Oh!
And I have the replay as we speak.
I don't see... Did he leave?
Maybe.
No.
Because it was bad.
See
I got the
him.
replay right here.
On my race control app, it shows him in first, but he's in the pits. So that's...
Oh.
I've no idea what race control is seeing.
He
You got the
teleported.
replay? Okay, I'm going to switch to you. Fire away.
He gets into the skyline. It's good until here, but when he tries to set up the exit, a bit too hot. And he finds the wall and points the wrong way in this place.
And is that
For everyone that-
Max evading another driver?
Again. Yeah.
Shout out to Max
Max
Diggs, who is avoiding
Ah.
these spins. Great stuff from Diggs. All right. So with that, Barrett has gone to the pits, and indeed, it looks like he has called it a day. Faris Saidi, yellow flag.
Yellow Sadie, what happened?
I don't know, but the front of his car looks pretty rough, so you might want to have a look and see what happened to Faris there. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Lukey is very, very close. We've got a good battle on here between... It's Carl Big, who moved through this group. So Big's up into 7, so he'll probably open a gap up. Then it's Diggs, Lukey, and Turner all together, split by about 3/10.
Got it.
Okay, fire away.
Whoever drove Supercars V8 in this track knows about this. In turn 1, if you get too much escape, you get a rotation and you do this.
Yep. Max,
So,
Max
yeah.
avoidance, says Vulcan. Very clever, Vulcan. I like it. I like it.
Oh my God.
Kudos. So the Guzmans are in a battle here. Carlos and Jose Guzman.
Oh my God, yeah. Guzman, is craving for a good race because he has space, but he has been very unlucky in previous races. I think he wants a very good result here.
Danny Bison, Carbon, obviously. Oh, Joey Maletti, yellow flag, hits the wall at Forest Elbow, it looks like. And Joey
Looks
has
hard.
hit the wall. Bruce will get by him. Joey's letting some people past here. So, yeah, you might want to have a replay of that one. So Joey Maletti, unfortunately, drops down. So Danny Bison, I was saying, started in the pits as you see him looking to make a move on Guzman as they come down the Comrade straight into the chase. And Guzman running wide, and he's going to rejoin into Bison, and that takes Bison out. Ah, the grass. Bison keeps going. And
I got a replay, and then I'll get this one that you just saw.
Guzman, yellow flag, rejoins late. Unfortunately there, the spin on the grass cost him. Let's see the replay of Joey.
He gets down into the dipper. He's setting his elbow, but he's definitely too hot. And he does this, which gives his windshield like this.
How fast was he trying to go through that?
Yes.
Joey,
Yes.
Joey, you have to brake, dude.
His car's not alright.
Poor Jose and Danny. Yeah, that was unfortunate. You catch the grass there at that chicane. I think it's probably happened to everybody, at least during practice. It's easy to rotate the car there.
So easy. Yeah, this car is a bit... It doesn't look like, but this car is loose.
And this track is challenging. There's no two ways about it. It is a absolute war of attrition. So, Funk.
I got the replay from Guzman.
Okay. Fire away.
Danny is setting his overtake going into the chase, which we know is a fast part of the track. Guzman does the defensive line, but he catches grass and straight up loses the car.
Unfortunate.
And he hits the side of Danny, which has a mangled front.
Oh, Barrett says, turns out reversing down the mountain is a DQ. So that is why Barrett left. Okay.
Oh, Barrett.
So Wallace chasing this pack right now in P3. You can see Funk is separated by a second. So he's out of DRS range. Oh, wait, wrong spot. Sorry.
Wow, it's very nice.
Barrett, if you want to give laps, I can clear that penalty.
I've been playing too much F1 Manager again, Tiago.
Oh.
So Louis Castro, 8/10 actually now behind. So he's gained a little bit of time. But Wallace is hot on his heels. The gap is literally a tenth. So as they go through Murray's and finish complete lap number 4.
Is that a cluster?
Louis
Guzman?
and Wallace kind of side by side here. Louis will have the inside line and gets it done. Doesn't make any mistakes. Some good racing going on between Castro, Wallace, and Funk. And then Jeremy Story has snuck up on that group. So Story is pulled away from the group he was with. He's now 6/10 behind Wallace and looking for a podium finish. So keep an eye on the top 4. Fairly close, but Funk is pulling away.
I got you, Barrett. Thank you for attending to the race today. I understand your decision. There's no problemo.
Yeah, understandable, Barrett. Understandable, mate. We got Turner, Lukey, Turner, and Guzman here. So you've got Lukey is in the red M2, followed by Turner in the Sandbags Inc. M2, and then Carlos Guzman. So these three heading up the mountain into the Audi cutting. Probably one of the hardest corners on the track to get right, I think, that one.
Wallace, Story, and Castro very close.
Yes, they are. Story has really closed that gap. Oh, Wallace has gone onto the grass. He's going to rejoin in through Skyline, which is so risky. Manages to find his line again, hits the brakes, and tucks back into P3.
Wow.
I mean,
good job. I would have died.
Yeah, that's a hell of a recovery from Wallace. It's got to be said. That was pretty crazy. So as the three of them go into Forest Elbow and get on the gas, and we'll keep an eye on that battle. But man, that was a close one for Wallace.
Jesus, a good recovery. Like, cheers to that. Damn.
Yeah, no kidding. Lukey has edged away from Turner, and he's trying to catch Max
yellow
Diggs.
elbow?
Joey in the same spot. No, it's not the elbow.
No?
No.
Oh, it's the Quarry's bend?
Yeah, Quarry.
Jesus. He spun before the bend? How did he do that?
Yeah. Actually, it might have been I think it's on the exit of the
no,
of the
it's
cutting.
Reed. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Joey,
Okay.
unfortunate for Joey there. Oh, we do have Louis Castro has dropped back behind Wallace and Story. So what happened there? Can you, as I stepped away to look at Joey, can you see how they ended up switching around there? Story goes from 4th to, he was 2nd, and now in 3rd. So Wallace back in 2nd, Story in 3rd, Castro drops to 4th. Joby, meanwhile, Joby, Chemo Sith, and Carl Big, Mr. Blackout 81, in a absolute drag race down the mountain straight, and they're heading for Griffiths. And this is tough when you're in traffic, hitting the right braking point and not nudging the person in front of you into the wall is not easy.
Got it.
All right, let's have a look.
As Lewis goes into the chase, he probably tries to outbrake himself, and he does not make the corner, which creates a pretty good position for both of them to dive his inside.
I suspect. Do you think he lifted there maybe a little just to let them through because he rejoined after leaving the
he
track?
He knows he cutted the track,
Yeah.
and he's a very fair dude, very kind dude, so he probably did that.
So Joby moves up to P5. So Joby got around Chemo Sith, which is Kamal Kajcevic. Carl Big chasing him down in the two black M2s. Decent defending there from Chemo Sith. It's a tough job to defend against Mr. Blackout. He is chasing Joby. Joby edges away by about 8/10. So this could be an interesting battle to keep our eyes on as well. What else do we have going on elsewhere on track? We've got gaps appearing elsewhere. Saidi's got 2 seconds behind Robertson. As I go to Saidi, he spins into the dipper. And a snipe. A snipe on Faris Saidi. Wesley Snipe strikes. Just as I switched to him, he lost the rear end. And he's very gingerly reversing, watching the track map. Still more traffic coming. Here comes Bruce. Then Ricky Scott. Ricky Scott making his way back up the order. Faris has to wait. Track is clear. As we watch him turn around, he does like an 8-point turn on the on the mountain. And that's too bad.
For those who never raced this track, from anywhere from Skyline to the elbow, if you spin in there, there's no way you can recover. Like, it's the worst place to be pointing the wrong way ever.
Carl Big on the outside at Hell Corner gets it done around Chemo Sith and moves up to P6. Started P16. On the outside of turn number 1, Hell's Corner. That is not an easy thing to pull off there.
Luis Castro writes on the chat, cook. Jose Guzman writes on the chat, boobs.
So Chemo Sith now behind Mr. B, and we'll see if he can hang on to his coattails as B tries to catch Joby Savage ahead of him, who's in P5. Joby will be really happy with that.
Turns out reversing down the mountains at DQ. No shit.
Louis Castro is gaining on Wallace again, so Funk is way out in the lead. We're going to start to see some pit stops, would think in the next 5 minutes or so, maybe 7 minutes.
You mean for the first pits? That depends when they fill their tires. If it was me and I felt my tires were gone, I would pit right now. Because then when you leave the pits, you may be out of traffic, which is easier to, like, save tires. Mr. Big, already into Joby's behind. Giving the good old sniff. What does he have? Sniff? Nope. Joby defends.
All right. So Funk way out in front by 5 seconds. Whoever paints Funk's car must be really talented. Was that you, Barra? Yeah, it was you.
Yes. It was a spare.
Carl Big has made his way up behind Joby. Goes to Joby's outside again, heading towards Hell Corner. Won't get it done on Joby this time, I don't think. Yeah, Joby makes sure by using all the exit there on Hell's Corner. But Mr. B still retained his exit speed and is almost alongside as they come down the mountain straight over the crest of the hill.
Quarry's Bend is a corner there is no way to overtake on the outside. Why did he open up? He still lives though.
Oh, they're still going. And man, this is great stuff. Going
That was
towards
risky move.
the Audi cutting. See, Joby gets a really good line through there. Joby's really got this lap down in the M2, I think. Mr. B looking for a way past. He's right on the bumper. No, as I say that, Joby loses the back end. Chemo Sith and Mr. Blackout will both get through. And Joby, I probably cursed you by saying you've got a really good handle on the lap. I'm sorry.
This is the pure definition of sheer pressure. He felt it.
Joby. Oh my goodness. I feel bad.
It's not your fault. B was pressuring him to the death. Like he was pure pressure. That's scary.
Yeah. That was most unfortunate. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully Joby can at least catch back up to Chemo Sith. We'll keep an eye on that.
26 minutes to go. He could now fix all his matters and come back stronger.
Fastest lap of the race so far is Bathurst. He's down in P18. So what happened to Danny? Because he was working his way up. I know he got clipped by one of the Guzmans.
He's still lapping 220.8, so I don't think that's the issue. Let me check if he had any bad
Ricky
accident.
Scott said Bruce broke hella early there. So Ricky Scott coming out the pits. So he's done his pit stop. So Scott, Bisden, and Saidi have all done their pit. So that is maybe he opted for an early pit to repair damage.
Bisden has been on the pit.
Yes, he has. Yeah. So I wonder I wonder if it was just to get it out of the way, you know?
No, he had that damage that you just referenced. So now he's just going for laps.
Now we tune in for this close battle. We got Mark Robertson in P11 right now. So he started quite a bit higher than that. But we got a yellow flag ahead. Not sure who that was. It disappeared. So Robertson is right behind Carlos Guzman. And you see Chris Turner just ahead of that as well. So Robertson down the mountain, it's straight. I love that hill in VR. It's really cool. Hugging the back of him through Griffiths.
Another case of pressure. Let's see if he hangs on or if he falls, which is very easy to fold.
All right, into the cutting and then Quarry, which, I don't know how easy it is to lose. Oh, Robertson has a look at Quarry on the inside. He's not going to get a chance to do that. They're going to head to Reed Park. And is this really called Frog Hollow here? Frog Hollow.
Oh, I know it as Solomon Park.
Solomon is this bit here. This is Solomon and then McPhillamy.
The first one, I call it the crate.
Yeah. I think it's Frog Hollow.
Oh, Jesus, I never saw that name.
Yeah. So watching Robertson on the mountain is Jeremy Story putting pressure on Wallace now.
Diggs yellow. On the mountain.
Oh, in the front of his
car.
car is Mango. Feel free to look up the replay of that. Let's cut back to Story. Wallace is off track. He's going to rejoin in front of Story. Very, very, very scary, but rejoins and he's going to head into the pits, it looks like, and take his pit stop. So Wallace is going to pit in. That's an awful camera angle there. Jeremy Story will move up into second. So great stuff from Story. And Louis Castro, you can see just about a second down the road from that. Carl Big up to P5, as we know, and he is actually up to P4 now because Wallace has pit in. So we'll keep an eye on Mr. B. He's doing well. Robertson still chasing down Carlos Guzman. Ryan Cody on Max Diggs now, the very heavily damaged car of Max Diggs. Cody goes past him. They go into the chicane very carefully together at the end of the cut in there, and Ryan Cody will get past and move up to P12. So great job for Ryan Cody. He's doing his thing. You've got a replay of Diggs?
Yes, sir.
All right, fire away.
Going into Solomon Park, setting McPhillamy. We all know how McPhillamy works. If you get grass on the exit, you're dead. So, boom. Oh.
Oh.
Harsh.
Yep.
Now his car is completely mangled, as you see.
Yep. So
We are at the
Max
halfway mark. Still a long
has
way to go.
a front of car issue, namely that it's broken. Danny Bison moves up to P16. We've got people in the pits right now. And, man, 22 minutes ago. So we're about halfway there. And, yeah, it's been fun so far. There's, you know, we almost need a full course yellow to get them all, like, it bunched up again.
I would love that. I would love nothing more.
If you need a retired driver interview, Barrett, if you want to jump in the commentary booth, you're more than welcome to do so.
Dude, just say the word, I'll drag it right now.
Yeah, like if you want to come in, you're welcome to do so. Miller up to P15. He's in the pits right now. Looking at the track map, let's see. Oh, we've got a big group coming, so he'll want to get out the pits as quickly as he can. That group is coming. You've got Bison passes him and moves up to P14 because Diggs and Miller both in the pits right now. Diggs is probably going to take repairs, you would think, right?
Yeah, Barrett, join any chat, like, join the event chat. Event quiet or the event chat, like, I don't care.
I might have to adjust your
Sorry.
volume level when you get in here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Funk pits in from the race lead, and a large lead it was too. So we see Funk pull to a stop. Louis Castro continues on and will be pitting late, I would imagine. So Louis, as you see, somebody coming out the pits there. And we are joined by former driver in the M2 series, Jay Barrett.
Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, well, you know, just a shame that I couldn't get the juicy fruit to the front of the grid. Thank you, Cruzo, however, put it in a great vehicle today.
Your mic's just cutting in and out a little bit. It's a little bit choppy.
Oh, okay. How's this? If I get closer to the mic, it might be a little bit better.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
How
Technical.
about now?
Still bad.
I'll drag you out and back in, let's see. Speak again, please.
Again.
Ah, that's great.
I think we got it.
Okay. As I was saying,
Nope.
Oh, no.
juicy fruit cut really well, so. Oh, is it bad again? Just kidding. If it's horrible.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's choppy. I don't know why, dude. But it is really, really choppy.
I'd like to go.
To the point where I have no idea what you just said.
I have no idea what you just said.
Ricky Scott is up to P16 and counting. Faris Saidi in P19. Obviously, he's pit in, but had a lot of damage. Looks like he's repaired the car. I think it's, yeah, fair to say he's repaired the car. So Faris starting out all over again, and he's got Miller right there with him. He passes Miller. Joey Melitti still out on track. He's got Chris Turner right behind him. So Joey will just be battling with whoever comes his way at this point, I think. Ricky Scott closing on Jose Guzman. Through the last corner. Tiago's fault. I don't know what's going on there, Barrett. The juicy fruit car had a lot of potential. Go, Joby. Tiago's fault for the mic. I've got no idea. Ricky Scott on the outside at Murray's gets it done on Jose Guzman. Great move for Ricky Scott there. Moves up to P15. So he's in race recovery mode, which we've all been in many times. And let's see how far up he can go. He gets chasing down Bison, who does have the fastest lap of the race with a 2:21 flat. No, a 2:20.5.
No. Oh.
Yeah. I was looking at his last lap. I'm sorry. So
Yeah, no, bro.
Carl Big pits in from second. Started 16th on the grid. Pits in from second. Chemo Sith also started in the top 10, and he pits in from third. Drivers making their way past now. You see Funk has gone through. Castro yet to pit, so he's trying the overcut. Will it work for Louis?
Guzman pits.
Yeah, Guzman's pit. Joby's back out there. He's coming along. Joby moves. Does he move past Big? No, he doesn't. Carl Big gets out of the pits in front, but Joby does pass Chemo Seth, who comes out the pits behind Joby. So
last a second. That's looking like a win.
yeah, so good one for Joby there. The standings on your screen are not correct right now, just until we cross the line with some of these cars. Race control is up to date. Actually, it may have just caught up. No, yes it has. Yeah. What else we got going on? We got Lukey. Lukey and Bruce Hopkins right now battling in 8th and 9th. Bruce is yet to pit in though. So Bruce is going to have to pit fairly soon. Lukey. Oh!
Bruce meets the wall into the chorus band.
Man, I got the perfect view of that as it happened.
No!
It made me jump.
Replay's needed.
That made me jump, Bruce.
Oh, sorry, Bruce. Bruce.
Ryan Cody chasing down Carlos Guzman right now, and he's got Danny Bisden behind him, so Cody will want to get it done. Tiago, let me know when you got the replay ready, and I'll switch
about
over.
Bruce? We can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
1 second.
What else is going on? Louis Castro has pit in from race lead. And where is Funk on track? Funk is coming down the Conrad Straight to the chase right now. Louis just pulling into his grid box. I'm not sure the overcut was the way forward. He's right by the pit exit lane. That's the good news. Funk has made it through the chicane. Is coming down to Murray's corner right now. We'll see how close this was. Funk had a 5-second lead when he pit in. It's going to be interesting to see. Let me just see what happens with the pits here. Louis still stationary. Funk crosses the line and is into hell corner now. Hits the braking point. Louis still stationary as you see Funk pass him, and Funk will take the lead of the race. And Jeremy Story and Wallace may pass Louis here as well. Louis still has not left the pit box. He's leaving it now. He's going to come out in P4. So Louis still got some work to do, and you see Carl Big behind him. So yeah, all right, Tiago, I'm going to switch to you now.
Because the camera stuck, I have to use this one again, and as probably Bruce looks at his mirrors and see Diggs, he accelerates too quickly, and boom, wall. Just finds the wall on the exit. Oh!
Yeah, when it cut on my live feed, we had a shot of literally the hood of his car coming straight at the camera, and then it went straight into the wall. It was pretty good. Check it out on the VOD afterwards. Hey, Bullet in the chat. How are you, Bullet? Good to see you.
Bullet, you're welcome.
So Chemo Sith right now is behind Joby Savage. So this battle for 6th and 7th, which is great to see because these two have been fairly close on track all night. And yeah, good stuff.
Chemo looking good right now. Let's see what he brings to Joby. Joby probably has a bit of damage. Let's see what he brings up. Going to Skyline. Who's braver? If that's a word.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you for the sub from Milo the First. Who says, what a series. 14 months, currently on a 13-month streak. What an absolute legend that guy must be, Tiago. I mean, that guy must be, like, one hell of a guy, you know?
Thank you, Mr. Milo. That's so humble.
What an absolute amazing person.
It's awesome that he's so good and so humble at the same time.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel like a scrub right now, so let me just go ahead and...
All right, Danny Bison, who started in the pits, is up to P13 and a 10th off of 12th place Ryan Cody. So we'll see how Danny gets this done. I tell you what, Wallace and Story are also really, really close. Wallace on the inside of Story passes him into second. And Tiago Alves gifting 2 subs. One to Mumera and one to Simple Zach. Yeah, there you go. So Mumera gets the gifted
He's
sub.
a thug.
Mumera is not at her computer right now, I can tell you that. I think she's outside with the dog. But I will let her know, and she will really enjoy the sandbag emote. So Bison,
Oh, yes.
Did get past Ryan Cody. I had to switch because there was a battle for second and third. And Vulcan coming in with the sub as well. Tainted Skills gifting Vulcan. Thank you, Tainted Skills. There you go. Vulcan gets to use the sandbag emote as well.
We got a hype train going. Is that it? Oh my god.
Barrett says, wow, this sub gifter must be super muscular.
No, I heard he's a thug that speaks 4 languages.
It's follower only for this channel emote, is it? Gotcha. So Danny Bison looking to move past Guzman on the inside at held corner, and he will indeed. Oh, Guzman got a little loose, but managed to recover, and Bison will move up into P11. Absolutely motoring. Chemo Sith in 7th. Joby has pulled out 7/10. 6 or 7/10. It's kind of fluctuating between the two over Chemo Sith. We'll keep an eye on that. Carl Big started 16th up to 5th place right now and closing in on Louis Castro. So Big and Castro could be a really good battle for the last 11 minutes of this race. Jeremy Story in a podium spot, but behind Wallace, and at times he's been ahead of Wallace, so he will really want to try and get past Wallace and keep this battle going all the way to the end. I tell you what though, what a drive today from David Funk. His team name is Smokem, and right now that is exactly what he's doing. He has a 9-second lead. Oh, somebody in the wall in the last corner. Was that
129?
Jose Guzman crashed at Murray's. If you want to look that up.
Slow. Oh, he's going slow.
And Ryan Cody, who got passed by Bison. Bison gets past Carlos Guzman. Ryan Cody now looking to find a way past Carlos Guzman as well, so we'll keep an eye on that.
I think that your emote's good, but mine's better. Look at this. Beautiful. I made it. Wait. Let me get through. Who got that? Sorry, who got crashed? 129.
It was Jose Guzman. Yeah.
I'll take a look at that in the second. And oh,
Trackalicious just raiding the channel with 16 viewers and hosting for 20. What's up, guys? Welcome in, Trackalicious, guys. If you were here before and you don't follow their community, please give them a follow and welcome in, guys.
this brings the biggest shout outs. Of course, you were there, but like for everyone that wasn't, Trackalicious, a great community, a sister community to us, or brother, sister, I don't know. And they're so good people, like love them, and you guys should probably check them out.
Oh no, Wallace, yellow flag. Wallace from P2 crashes out of the final round of M2 Mondays and teleports to the pits. Oh, can you bring that up, Tiago, and find out what happened?
Oh, yes, I can.
Rose Gaming, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in.
Be welcome. Be welcome, please.
And what's going on? First time chat from Mike North. Welcome in as well. Thanks, Trackalicious, for the host and the raid. Really appreciate it. Great to see you.
That's nice.
So, Big moves up to P4. Start. Oh, we got another yellow flag. It's Joby. Joby is also. I heard the tires squealing, and then he's teleported to the pits as well. So, and Carlos Guzman in the wall. It's all happening right now. So it's Carlos Guzman in the wall with a broken car at the Audi cutting.
Wow. Look at his fronts.
Yeah, he must have really hit the wall. Joby pits in. Carlos Guzman, thank you for the follow. Washed Up Squid, I love that name. That's awesome. Robertson chasing Michael Lukey right now as they come down the Comrade Straight towards the chase. Robertson's been trying to get this move done on Lukey for the last 10 minutes or so. He's going to have a look on the inside now. Lukey will move over to cover him off and does so successfully. They're going to come out and head down towards Murray's. Let's see. I don't think Robertson's close enough. You don't get a tow really on these cars. So,
No.
Yeah.
I got Wallace.
You got Wallace? All right, let's have a look at Wallace's. And here we go.
Wallace goes into Reed and towards the crate. You see Guzman? He crashes.
Oh.
For some reason, also Wallace crashes.
Oh,
he
no.
was already through. But he found the wall. And he decided enough is enough.
Oh no. Do you want to have a look and see what happened to Joby as well, and let me know when you're good to go? As we are following this Robertson-Lukey battle. Carl Big, who started P16, up to P4. Danny Bison, who started in the pits, is up to P9, and he's 22 seconds behind Chris Turner, though, so I don't know in 7 minutes if he can make that up. We'll keep an eye on that battle. Carl Big looking to make the move on Louis Castro as they go into Skyline, and Louis is great in this car. This is not going to be an easy pass for Mr. Big.
Got Joby?
You got Joby? All right, let's go to replay again. There we go.
I apologize, my replay is a bit choppy in that specific part, but going after the stolen part, going into McPhillamy, he gets that curb on the exit that we all know it's trash. And he points towards the wall, so his front is like this.
Oh, the way he carried on, I thought he was going to be okay.
No, his car is
The
done.
steering's done, yeah. It's all done. Yeah, look, he turned the wheel and nothing happened.
No, his car's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Wallace went too far right trying to stay away from an out-of-control Guzman. Yeah, we just watched the replay. We wondered.
I'll try to find Guzman because he was already dead.
Yeah, it looked like you'd made it, and then... Yeah, just caught it. So Robertson still chasing Lukey down. Carl Big on Louis Castro at the start-finish line. Louis moving over to the inside to cover off the inside line at Hell's Corner. We'll watch both drivers go in. Mr. Blackout 81 on Twitch, as you know him. Very, very good driver. I did a 3-hour of Kielami with him last weekend, and we're doing the 24-hour this weekend, Tiago, with you as well. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a great event.
By the way, Mr. Blackout, if you don't drink on the 24-hour, I'll be offended. I mean it.
Reports are saying the Pornhub car left a thick white substance on the walls. Oh dear, oh lord.
Skin on skin.
Of course.
Yeah. Unfortunate that the Pornhub car exited prematurely. That driver really got shafted, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not mature enough for this kind of jokes.
All right, Robertson is now alongside Lukey. Oh, I think that's Guzman as well in the mix there. Robertson and Lukey both finding their way through. Was that Jose Guzman? Yeah, it was.
Guzman, yeah.
I don't know that his car is in good working condition after the crash that he had.
No, he still crashed out. His windshield's still cracked.
Yeah, look, his car is really, really damaged, so. All right, Lukey and Robertson. So Robertson does get the job done. Lukey in 7th, Robertson in 6th now, so still a good finish for them. Big still working towards getting past Louis Castro. As you see Jeremy Story. By the way, Funk, 12 seconds in the lead. What a drive for David Funk tonight.
Hashtag Funk to Pro. I said it.
Funk to Pro? Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, considering I was in gold with him.
Right?
I couldn't agree more.
Hashtag Funk to
Let's
Pro.
go, Hopkins, says Sword and Keyboard. We like that sentiment here. Don't worry about that. Pornhub car really got a savage thrashing. He was having performance issues. Can happen to any guy at any age.
Appreciate you, Tracklicious. Thank you for the raid and be welcome. And another shout out for Tracklicious.
Hey, Tracklicious.
Yeah.
I think there are pills
Who
for that
doesn't
kind of
follow
thing.
him? Go follow him.
Yeah, absolutely. So a great shot there of a couple of back markers plus Jeremy Story, Louis Castro, Carl Big as they make their way through Murray's. They're on lap 18 now of this 45-minute race at Mount Panorama. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. It's been a fun race, man.
Absolutely. You know how, like, we both love this track, and this kind of race, like, brings me joy.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole series has been great, dude.
Absolutely. Those cars are so good for close racing. And those drivers, like, they also add up to that. Like, so many good drivers. Doesn't matter the gap between skills. It's always good racing. That's great.
Oh, Lukey got back past Robertson, and Robertson's got to do that move over again. So great stuff from Michael Lukey. He moves up to P6.
A Miller on the wall, right in front of B.
Or it looked like he got past okay, yeah. So Lukey and Robertson trade places again. Lukey's got damage on the front of his car, so I think he may have just hit the wall. Do you want to have a look into that? We have a yellow flag for Miller, yeah, as you say. Oh, yeah, he's going to pull off, and his car is all kinds of broken. Faris Saidi up to P13, chasing Max Diggs. They've got very similar liveries, just pink versus red out there. So Saidi looking to make up a position there. Danny Bison still in P9. He's taken that gap from 22 seconds to 15 behind Turner. Obviously, Bison had some repairs to do earlier. Lukey probably won't catch Robertson now with that damage. See if you can find what happened to him.
To Diggs, sorry?
To Lukey.
To Lukey, 1 second.
Yeah.
Blaine, be welcome, sir, as well. Be welcome.
Yeah, hello, Blaine. How are you?
Alright, man. The leader is on
Pretty
the final
disappointed.
lap.
Paul
Give it a
Ricard
final
would have been
push.
better. Changed my mind, says Joby.
Oh, God.
Paul Richards. Yeah, so B and Louis still battling away. Oh, B getting a lot of grass on the exit of Murray's corner there. But still hanging on somehow.
Found Lukey.
Alrighty, let's see what happened to him. Go for it.
Here's the deal. When you go with this kind of car, I would assume you brake earlier than GT3. He brakes after the GT3. So that's what happens.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll
That's
do
a
it.
Good shunt. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is his front right now.
Oh boy.
So, well.
Yeah, that'll do it for sure. Little bit hot into Griffins. And this battle between Big and Castro's been great. Credit to Louis Castro, by the way, for holding off Mr. B. They're on the last lap, so can he keep B off the podium? Diggs, yellow flag. Diggs is backwards in the dipper. Tiago, do you want to see what happened to Diggs?
Absolutely.
After this event, guys, as well, I have a second commitment that I do on a Monday night, as you know. So I do have to end fairly abruptly. I'm going to apologize now. Oh, Diggs spinning around with use of the wall. Let's see. Mr. B's going to push on the last lap. Can he get her done? As this is how close he is. As they go past Max Diggs. They're heading down to Forest Elbow.
Got Lukey.
And it's a 10th in it. Does he have a run on him? There's not much of a tow. Louis got a really good exit as well. If you don't love Louis, then you don't know NBA basketball.
Wait.
Sorry,
What?
two clips got mixed up there. Louis doing a fantastic defensive job. Mr. B has a look on the inside. You see Jeremy Story there in P2. Poor Funk, he's like Mercedes from F1 for a few years, where they never were on TV because they were so far in front. And so Funk wins the race. Jeremy Story's going to cross in second, and Louis Castro with the outstanding defensive effort against Mr. B. Great stuff from Louis. Well done. Holds on to the third place podium finish. Mr. B goes P16 to P4. That's the closest he's come to last to first without qualifying. And good stuff from him. Yeah, mad shout out to Lewis indeed. We have Chemo Sith. It's going to cross the line in P5. So a great finish to the season for Chemo Sith. And guys, if you haven't joined the New World Sim Racing community and you want to get involved with the M2 series whenever we do the next one, may not be till after Christmas, I don't know, but there will be a Series 3. It's a very popular one. Please join SimGrid, join our Discord. Feel free to get involved in the community. Even if you're new to racing, new to ACC, this would be the perfect series because it's fun. There is no pressure. There's no championship. There's no fake internet points. There's nothing. There's no prize money. There's
only the slower car. It's probably better for you to learn.
There's only ridicule. There is no Dana, only Zool. That's a Ghostbusters reference. for anyone old enough to remember. Lukey in P7, Robertson P6, Turner P8 in the Sandbags Inkmobile, giving you a donut. And Danny Beisner goes pit lane start to P9, so good drive from him. And to round out the top 10, Ryan Cody is going to cross the line in P10. You love your fake internet points.
Bruh, the winner from yesterday by like a mile and a half.
Bullet, I want to see you in the next M2 series. And get yourself AMS2. Anyone with AMS2, come join our AMS2 series starting on the 5th of October. Wednesday nights. It's chaos out there right now as the guys are finishing up. Farris is going to cross the line. Diggs in 13. Hopkins 14. Guzman 15. Guzman 16. Like both Guzmans. That was Militi 18. People are leaving the lobby now. All right, it's over. Yeah, AMS2 series starting Wednesdays. I don't think it's going to be streamed on the New World channel. I'll probably stream my driver perspective. I'm sure some of the others will. It's a Mini Cooper series, but with some special events in there. We're starting out with an intro round. It's going to be kart racing at Londrina Circuit. 45-minute races, mandatory pit. One special event that's an hour long. That's going to be IndyCar at Daytona at night. That's going to be superb. It's a great-looking game, and it's an improving sim all the time. But yeah, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's coming soon. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And what a great season. Tiago, thanks so much for doing the commentary with me on this series again. I have a great time doing it, man. It's really, really good.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you even letting me do this with you. I appreciate that a lot.
Please. Letting you.
Yes. You're the owner. You're the boss.
I am definitely not the owner. Definitely not. I just
You're
work
the
here,
voice
bro.
of sim racing,
The
so-
voice of sim racing. If only that was true. I feel like I'd be able to quit my job if that was true. Somebody send this VOD to, Crofty, F1, esports people. Send it. Get me out of my real job into doing this for a living. Please, for the love of God, I beg you.
Green light, go, go, go.
Nice.
All right, Tiago, much love, brother. I will see you at the weekend, if not before, for the 24-hour Kill Army. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into this series. It's been a blast. We'll see you next time.
I see you, my brother. You have the best of evenings. Enjoy your next appointment.
Absolutely. Good night, Tiago. Good night, chat.
brother. Bye, Tiago.
Nordschleife.